It's really good. Who cares that it's cheap? It's fresh produce. You save a buck. You support some local people. This is high value. This should not be looked down on. Hi, welcome to the castle. I hope you had a good day. Today we're gonna watch our good friend Edvasian. We watched a few videos on stream already with him, and I'm pretty sure something on the channel as well. Today's topic, another hot topic that I want to spread some light on, is poor people groceries versus rich people groceries. In my opinion, as long as you eat food and as long as it's somewhat healthy and sustain yourself properly, it doesn't matter how much it costs. It does not matter at all. We did an Air One video, so probably maybe it will relate to that too, because Air One is like targeted to a richer audience, and people like places like Whole Foods, or not Whole Foods, Walmart. I don't know those American names. They're more targeted to lower income audience or like customer base. It doesn't matter. Rich people can also go to Walmart and just buy some food. Who cares? Just eat well, eat properly, sustain your body. But now let's see what Edvasian will talk about it with that topic. Let's go. All right, here's our boy. I really like your artwork decoration. Like, all the background looks very aesthetic. I'm so jealous of it.
Morning. Welcome
Morning.
back. Word on the street.
The guy running this channel, he's been visiting a lot of supermarkets recently.
Uh-huh.
Eating a lot of groceries.
Uh-huh.
Why, you ask? Because they're healthy for you. Ain't that common knowledge?
Eating is healthy.
Too much protein. Wise guy, eh?
Hey, there's no time for jokes right now. In this economy, everyone wishes they could be more like too much protein guy.
Look at eggs, costing the same amount as a t-shirt from
$30 eggs, and I'm buying eggs sometimes from the farmer across the street, and his eggs are like 10 each, 10 eggs for €4, and I already consider that fairly expensive, but I do want to support the farmers here, so I do buy them sometimes, not every time because it's too expensive, but sometimes I just want to support the local farmers here as well. So I bite the bullet and get some €4 eggs.
H&M. Look at the 85%
Stonks.
tariffs on the whole entire world.
More like I am terrified. Watching the stock
What a
market take a
joke.
big tumble, just as bad as Scarlett did. Didn't think we'd be doing a speed run into a recession in just a few months. You telling me I gotta choose between a nice 8-ounce steak dinner once a month or paying my electricity bill?
You take the electricity bill.
Thank God. Our wallets and purses.
The priorities shift a lot in that economy. What can people afford, or what is important even?
They're feeling a lot skinnier these days, and we can really feel the effects of the market collapse when buying food. But it wasn't always like this.
As a small child, I fondly remember grocery store trips to Superstore and Safeway being a fun
I never
outside
heard
of
of
the house
Safeway.
activity. You tag along with your parents who still have that hopeful gleam in their eyes as you watch them fill a shopping cart to the brim with food. And then you, like a little gremlin,
We'll quietly sneak things into the cart when no one was looking.
I tried that and was not allowed to get it. My human mother was like, no, kids don't do that.
Shut up.
Mom, what do you mean I can't buy purple ketchup?
Ew.
My Totino's isn't gonna taste the same.
It looks-
But honey,
it looks
You
weird.
already have so much. Yes, Mom. I already finished my Pokemon pasta noodles earlier. And yes, also my Hubba Bubba bubblegum in a...
There's so many products that you don't need. There's so many products that you don't need. Especially those highly artificial, highly processed things with ingredients that are not good for the human body. Just eat an apple.
detergent container. Look, just get me the purple ketchup, lady. I'm this close to canceling you on TikTok. Honey, I don't understand what that means.
Not to sound 50 years old, but as a 50-year-old would say, what a time with not a phone in sight. All we had to deal with were overstimulating design choices and marketing ads with questionable ethics. Really missing grocery stores from 30 years ago.
Where families could leave with paper bags full of fresh fruit and vegetables, not
Yeah,
having
that
to
was some
worry
time.
about the Costco mafia chasing them down when the check they paid with
Why is
bounces.
there adding
Don't
so
think
much
grocers
meat?
take checks anymore, but hey, with the way inflation is going, we're gonna have to take out loans to start feeding ourselves. At least we have
Probably.
good old technology now. With a few beep boops on our phone, someone will deliver groceries right to your door.
This is insane to me. I have a friend, Noble, like when he said, Lina, we had a collab and where he was like cooking what I'm telling him to cook and he didn't know the recipe. And he was like, Lina, I need to know what I need 3 days before the collab so I can order it. And I'm like, huh? You order it? You don't go there? No. He just orders the food to home, like the ingredients to his home. And for me, it's so wild because I just have to go like 2 minutes, a couple houses to reach a grocery store. But for him, it's very inconvenient because the next grocery store is quite a bit of a drive, and I'm just walking 2 minutes. I'm telling you, like, we watched a video about another structural problems in the work market. There are also structural problems in the supply of normal supermarkets, especially in America. There's so many things to work on. There's so many things to work on. Oh my god.
With a light dusting of cigarette ashes on your gala apples. I know, I'm oversimplifying things. I got a case of the back in my day, but at this current time, you can really see the class divide between the ultra rich and the rest. You ever heard of the term classy if you're rich, trashy if you're poor? Doing the exact same activity and
I mean, you can be also classy. It's how you present yourself, no?
two different tax brackets are entirely different experiences.
Depending on how much you have in your bank account, you either get looked down on and called low class, or you're seen as a cool, chill guy who's on top of trends.
It's not just the S&P 500 and Dow Jones fueling the economy, it's also the aesthetics economy as well.
Heading down to your local farmer's market
Oh yeah, the
and
strawberry.
paying $20 for a single piece of fruit is boho chic. Buying a bag of oranges for $1 from a
Ayo, it is good though. Look, he's supporting local marker, like a local market, like a local farmer or whatever. It's really good. Who cares that it's cheap? It's fresh produce. You save a buck. You support some local people. This is high value. This should not be looked down on.
New York fruit stand.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Why?
According to this New York native.
I'm just like scared of getting sick or something. It doesn't seem very sanitary, but I see a lot of
Huh?
people going there.
Before the invention
Huh? I'm upset. It's fruit. At this fruit stall. With a lovely person, lovely hardworking person most likely behind that. Why you should not support it? I don't see it. Why should we not sanitize? What do you want? That the orange is like bleached and then packed into plastic? Is that what you want? Blech.
of the supermarket, people would sell produce out in the open all the time. Think farmers markets and roadside stalls.
Independent
love
mom and
farmers
pop
markets.
businesses making an honest living by growing their
Yeah. See, you can also go there and like this is the strawberry place. I love that. I love doing this like in Germany. Here it's a bit difficult to get there, so it's a bit difficult to do this. But my hometown had a place, and each summer when they opened up, even though I was working in the offices that I worked back then, I woke up at 6 a.m. just to drive there so the sun is not burning. There was already someone working there. So I will just get a basket, put a lot of strawberries in it, then they weigh it, like see how much you have to pay. And then you have fresh strawberries. I get home and then I get to work. I did that before even work because I love this so much. The strawberries taste the best. The people are really, really kind and friendly. It's beautiful. Do this more, especially with your kids. They will love it too.
their own inventory, the original grocery stores.
This
Look how good
business
that
model
looks.
isn't as popular as it was before, but some are still thriving, depending on the area they're in.
Oh, except in 2008, when two little girls in California got their fruit stand shut down for selling in a non-commercialized zone.
Sorry,
Wow.
kids. No more ripping off adults with your 25-cent
Wow,
lemonade
it's just
with
kids.
horrible water to lemon ratio. We're on to you. After years of issuing out licenses
Let
and
them play
making sure food
supermarket a
safety
little bit.
protocols are being followed, these sidewalk stands are now known as a legit place to buy cheap produce and are a staple in cities like New York.
This is something I just learned. The reason they can sell for
Life's good. It's 60 degrees in New York, and the bag of grapes at the fruit stand are $1. Yeah.
crazy prices, like $1 for an entire bag of grapes, is because
That's
they have way
amazing.
less expenses compared to supermarkets. No need to pay for
Yeah.
rent, storage, electricity bills, middleman fees,
And
for
it's
transporting
normal.
the
There's nothing bad about this.
produce. Plus, their inventory is ripe, so it needs to be
Yeah.
sold and eaten right away.
The last time I tried to buy grapes in the US 10 years ago, I got jump scared by a $20 price tag when they rang me up at the cash register. That
Oh
was my
boy.
fault. It was my first time traveling without an adult. And I didn't know about adult things, like price per pound. Fruit stands are also a staple, and often seen.
In action movies from the early 2000s.
You
Yeah.
notice that?
It's
Every
very
time there's a
normal.
chase scene, at least one fruit stand will be a victim of a hit and run.
Oh. Yeah, there we go. Oh.
They're not the most glamorous place to buy produce, but they get the job done. Although, a concerned
Why does it have to be glamorous? I don't understand why it has to be like that. There's some aesthetic going on to the farmer's market. Not in terms of it's pretty, but it just creates a whole community thing. Like in my hometown, when I could, I always went on Wednesdays to the farmer's market to get my eggs. There was a specific guy for eggs. He had some they were so delicious. Then you go a bit further, there's like your favorite vegetable stand, and then you go a bit there, do you get some cheese? It was amazing.
citizen had a burning question for all New Yorkers.
I
Who's
loved
actually
it.
buying from these fruit stands? Aren't they scared?
I
of getting
would.
sick?
New York City people, are we buying fruit from those fruit stands
Yeah,
on the side of the road?
I would.
I have a fruit stand guy on my corner, and we always say hi to each other when I walk past, but I've never actually bought anything there from the year that I've been in this neighborhood.
Why not?
I'm on the Upper East Side for reference. I'm just like scared of getting sick or something. It doesn't seem very sanitary, but I see a lot of people going there, so it must be decent. I don't know. Please advise.
Wait.
Just go
she
there.
asked, and then she answered her own question. Huh?
Huh?
This thought has already been processed.
Mhm.
Well, she asked a question on the internet, and she received.
New Yorkers left comments on her video, which has now been deleted.
Just a girl at her unsanitary fruit stand. It looks really normal though. Just totally normal.
About how these stands are
Look
perfectly
at those
safe to
nice
eat
fruit
from,
and
as
veg.
long as you wash your produce like you would when buying from a grocery store.
Yeah.
Lady on the Upper East Side who does not believe in buying from the fruit carts. I'm gonna show you my haul. The fruit carts on the side of the street
Are
in
gold.
New York they're one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
This is a message to that Upper East Side fruit, Karen. What the heck are you talking about? First off, look at how fresh all this fruit looks. Like,
Yeah.
my local grocery store doesn't even have mangoes and pineapple. This is
See?
where the locals actually go shop for their fruit and veggies because they know what's
This
up.
is
And look at these
great.
prices. Like, you can't beat that. Also, I do this with all fruit that I get at the grocery store, regardless of where I buy it. But you notice how I'm doing this thing called washing
Washing.
your fruit?
Yeah.
All fresh produce is dirty to some degree.
Yeah.
You know that mist of water that always turns on right when your head is underneath the hose? Yeah, it ain't doing too much in terms of washing away dirt. Before you even start chomping
No,
on
just
your
to keep it
apple,
fresh.
it's already been touched by dirt, strangers, thousands of insects,
Mm.
and transported on a hot truck with dust flying all over the place.
People found it weird how she labeled these specific fruit stands
It looks
as
so
unsanitary
nice,
when
look.
buying produce from an organic farmer's market on
That
the
looks
Upper
so
East Side.
good.
It's essentially the same thing. You also gotta pick through and find the good stuff.
I
Immigrant
love
parents
that.
and my mom know what's
Yeah.
up. They will rummage through the entire produce section and find the best piece of fruit. Because even
Yeah.
grocery stores will have moldy, squishy tomatoes hiding underneath, waiting for
Mm-hmm.
an unsuspecting Asian grandpa to pick it up.
That grandpa was me, and I was not happy. This New
Aw.
York lady didn't go into specifics when mentioning fruit stands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming she's not talking about a well-organized, color-coded,
Look at
brightly
that.
lit, Instagrammable fruit stand.
Yeah.
But something more rough around the edges. Like
But
this.
Maybe run by
That also looks fine. Who gives a shit? It also looks pretty. It looks colorful. It looks easy to access. And it is local and affordable. I would not say cheap. I would say affordable. And this is in this economy, it's very important. Who gives a shit?
someone who doesn't look like they shop at the most expensive grocery store in LA.
Her account doesn't exist
Doesn't matter.
anymore, but
Fruit's
apparently
fruit.
she made a follow-up video.
Where she calls out New York
Especially in America, where people struggle to eat fruits and vegetables anyway already. Like with the food deserts and all, if more fruit and vegetable stands would go to those places, that would benefit the whole communities. It should be more supported than just looked down on. What is wrong? Wait, what is that text saying? A woman moves from Long Island to New York City and posts a video asking if people... Oh, it's about her again. Okay.
for its trash, rats, dog poop, and says the city vibes feel too dirty to trust food from street vendors.
Which, okay, sure. A rat, a cockroach, and a bag of garbage walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, I'm walking here." The bar's actually just a street in New York.
didn't understand
It's not
that.
a city known for its cleanliness, so I get the concern. But as long as your food isn't raw dogging, sitting on the dirty ground next to piles
it's
of
in a
garbage,
box
and
at
people's
the
dogs aren't
table.
pooping on the strawberries, then you'll be fine. These fruit stands have to follow food safety laws too. If you really want to be safe, you can cook your fruit until it's dry, like a unseasoned chicken breast.
Or wash them, like we did 5 years ago when
Oh
we were all
God.
locked inside.
Oh
We were
god,
giving
my
jugs
whole
of
body
juice
had a
sponge
response
bath
looking
like
at
we were
this.
about to eat the bottle after. Now we can't even be bothered. Washing the container your food comes in, too much work. Just like making a doctor's appointment. I'm busy. I don't know which doctor to go to. This weird thing on my body, it'll probably go away on its own, right? It's a feeling
Yeah,
we
right?
all know too well. Getting over that daunting roadblock is the first step.
And thanks to ZocDoc, they've simplified the whole process. No more reason to delay getting that checkup. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click instantly to book an appointment. Filter
That's
through their
nice.
roster
That
of
sounds
100,000
good.
plus doctors by location, ratings, insurance, and which field they specialize in, from mental health, dental health, and more.
I like doing things myself, and using ZocDoc is a great way to have more control over appointments. Even having just a little bit of extra information about my doctor is reassuring. Once you find the right fit, pick a time slot, and within 24 to 72 hours, you'll typically have an appointment ready to go. Sometimes even
That
on the
sounds
same
nice.
day if your schedules match. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments.
And go to ZocDoc.com.
Yeah, please get checked if you have something.
Instantly book
Please
a
get
top-rated
checked.
doctor today. That's
Don't be like me.
ZocDoc.com/advasion, ZocDoc.com/advasion.
Like I mentioned before, we live in an aesthetics-driven economy. It's pretty much social media currency at this point. Buying nectarines from a French fruit stand on your vacay in Europe is much more glamorous.
I mean, yeah, it looks nice, but if I just because it looks nice and I have to pay way more for the fruit, I would just go to the normal fruit stall at the other street side and like pay half of it or something. Like, why should I buy something more expensive because it looks nicer presented? The produce is still the same. The product is still the
Then
same.
Picking up fruit from a shabby-looking
That doesn't even look that bad. It looks normal.
stand in New York City, when it's basically the same thing.
The only difference, one's better suited for an Instagram post, while the other one's there just to feed people. Although, anything can turn into an aesthetic nowadays.
Now it's cool to have a poor person's aesthetic, but only if
Is that a thing now? Looking white? I'm getting tired of this aesthetics. Yes, you can have your aesthetic, but you should not look down on people who do not follow it, who have a different aesthetic, who just don't care. Just do your thing and let the other people also do their thing without being judgmental towards each other. Where's the problem in that?
you're well off. Even poverty has turned into a trend. Check out these fashion brands.
We got tenderized jeans.
Is that from Balenciaga? Because we watched a video about a Balenciaga and then we looked up at the store and it is hilarious. Like one of those ripped pants is more that I earn in a couple months.
Jeans falling off the bone, selling for $2,000 a pair.
Yeah. That's like 2.5 months of work.
Can't tell if these were human-made or thrown into a pit of lions made. There's a duct tape bracelet
Yeah,
that
that
costs
one.
the same amount as someone's rent in New York.
Here's some other examples of classy if you're
What
rich,
is going
trashy if
wrong?
you're poor.
quitting your job and starting a new adventure with your wife and kids by living inside a van for a year. Day drinking wine from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with the lorazepam mom from White Lotus. Getting rid of all your real teeth and replacing them with fake ones. And last but not least, taking your money and setting it on fire for fun.
Which brings us
Why are humans doing that? I think after this video, I need a little break and just do something else because I'm getting sensory overloaded by this.
to the most expensive and the most contentious grocery store in the US.
Erewhon.
As you can see, I really didn't get much, but my total ended up being $204 for
Yeah.
only 7 items.
Yeah, but it's Erewhon. It is targeted to very rich people. Yeah. Normal people can go there. And I think it's overpriced. You don't have to pay so much for those kind of things. But you're not the target market technically. So
Over the years, its popularity has skyrocketed. I'm pretty sure it's because of its association with rich celebrities and influencer culture.
When you spend $20 for
And you
a
want to look
single
rich.
Japanese strawberry,
Oh well. Just wasted $20.
imagine how much fruit and vegetables she could get at one of those street stalls for $20 that she just ate it with a strawberry and she didn't like it. Yeah.
and $30 on ice spheres that look
Oh my
like
God.
an REQ, it portrays a certain type of image, like you're part of an exclusive club with 6-figure salaries. The Erewhon brand relies on exclusivity because of the price point, and carrying
You don't have to spend so much money on food. You can eat healthy. You can eat quite a bit, quite a lot, with not spending it like in this amount. It is possible.
uncommon products you can't find anywhere else. Pretty much everything you see in the store goes through a strict vetting process to make sure the product matches their standards of health and wellness.
Yeah,
before
we
it can
watched
even
a
make
video
it onto
about
the
it.
shelves.
Yeah.
This place has become super popular with content creators. Even my YouTube brain is thinking, maybe I should go here and try some stuff. Sure, give me that hormone-free water and La Lisa Thai iced tea
Hormone-free
drink.
water?
I got $50
What
to
is that
spare.
even?
You only live once.
Yeah, you can throw it in my Erewhon tote bag I got for $17.
The tote bag with the label on it is $170. And I thought my Madoka Magica bag then for €80 was expensive, which I still have. I have it for over 10 years now. I still love it. It's also like a bigger bag for some stuff. But it's like branded with Madoka Magica, so I wanted it. But this is just black with the label on it, and my bag at least looks like something.
Think I'll go ahead and put this back.
On one side, you have people making content on how ridiculously expensive their products are while trying them to see if it's worth the price.
We're at the most expensive grocery store in the country, trying $175 of the most popular items.
It's so heavy.
I mean, I think it's fine to make those TikToks, but like it should not. Like the problem is it should not, but it will, because this is how humans are designed. Like you look what others do and then you either want it or you also want to try it, but then you look at yourself and you cannot afford it and then you feel bad about yourself. And this is not that should happen. You should not feel bad about yourself because you cannot shop at Erewhon. Just go to the food stream. Just make your own fruit salad for a couple dollars. Just do that. Make it. Use one of your nicest bowls. Put it nicely in there, and then you have your Instagram worthy picture. Maybe I should do. Would that be something? Maybe I should do like a series where I cook food and I calculate how much I paid for it. And then how I present it, right? Because it's all about the aesthetic to make it look very, very nice and like high quality, whatever. And then I will put the price tag on it. Because, man, you can save a lot of money just by presenting it nicely. And who gives a shit at the end of the day? It lands in your stomach and then it becomes goo. So your body can process it. But maybe we could do that. Wait, how much is this? $41? Dude, this is 3.1 pounds, which is like 1.5 kilogram, right? I think 3.1 pound is something. No, wait. Wait a minute. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's 3.1 pound and 13 dollars per pound. So let's say it's 1.5 kilograms approximately, something like that. Yeah, I don't know the exact measurements. For $41. Do you know? So this is strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, and blackberry. If I buy 2 500-gram, so like half of a pound strawberries, and right now our store has an offer. If you buy 2 packages, you actually save money. So I buy 1 kilogram of strawberries for €4, which is like half a pound. Then I will get raspberries, which are also maybe even on sale, but let's say how much fruit do you want to eat? When do you want to eat that? Because it's already cut. You have to eat that like in 2 days. You don't eat so much fruit in 2 days. So that is already a wasting point. And then you just it makes me so upset. I can't even. But yeah, if I would recreate this with $41, I think I would get like double the amount of berries. I would get double the amount of berries, especially if I look at the sales. If I even pay attention to the sales and shop in a good way, I can double the pounds of this salad for that price.
Here we have lunch trays with mac and cheese, some poke, some vegetables.
I mean, it looks nice, and raw fish has to meet some criteria, and it is more pricey. I get that, but this would probably cost a liver.
2 little White Castle-sized burgers, all for the low
looks very
price
cute.
of $9.6.
Oh, there's no decimal point here.
It looks very
9.6
cute.
as in
Everything.
$96. And then on the other,
$33. No. Wait.
there's no decimal point here. 9.6 as in 96.
I never had food from Air One before, but today my dad and I went. We were victims of proximity and circumstance. Though these 2 plates were $93. It's like, if you shop well, for one person, 1.5 or 2 weeks of groceries.
$6. And then on the
Let's
other
just not
side,
think about it.
you have Air One influencers.
Who like to use the store as a place for content, which tends to do very well. Seeing people with a different lifestyle eat things you normally wouldn't is a popular genre.
I don't think Air One is a bad store. It's there for a certain clientele.
Yeah,
the
it
options
is.
there, and
It has its purpose. It has its thing. But just because you cannot shop there, you should not feel bad. If your general way to shop fresh produce is the fruit stall 2 houses across the street, perfectly fine. You should not feel ashamed or bad about it. You're supporting a local farmer. You are not traveling by car. You not create more pollution. You walk a little bit, which is good for your body. It is just positive. Use it.
people can make their own choices of where they want to buy their food.
If you're looking for the most organic, the most niche, and the most nutrient-dense foods money can buy, Erewhon's the place for you. If you live in a food desert where it's hard to find fresh produce and are looking for good deals, fruit stands are where you want to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd shop at Erewhon if they had something I really wanted and couldn't get anywhere else. You know, ever since I saw Ari carrying that delicious looking orb, I always wondered, if I bit into that thing, would it be crispy? Right.
What
It's
is-
just so perplexing
okay.
how groceries have turned into this crazy phenomenon after we started using smartphones.
We've definitely been tricked into
A
thinking
lot of things
the more
happened
expensive
after
something is, the
smartphone
better
era.
the quality. Is that why people are scared to buy fruit from small local fruit stands
Nah,
now?
Because the
just buy
strawberries
it.
haven't been flash sterilized and given a tiny house to live in?
Mhm.
Appearances, they can be deceiving. From the outside, an Air One store looks pristine, but even they aren't completely safe from unsanitary guests.
Well, next time I'm in New York, I will be eating at a fruit stand every single day until the owner knows me by name. Gotta take advantage of these unbelievable deals,
why
man.
not?
I already know
Why
they're
not?
gonna
Why
hate
not
to see me
create
coming.
connection to
Because I
them?
will be like a guy.
Maybe they can also recommend you like another place. Maybe they know someone else for a different kind of produce. Like you should, instead of like looking down on it, just use it as an opportunity to connect to people, right? Y- don't you guys want that? There's a big word running around through the internet, which is loneliness epidemic. Like, go to your fruit stall, talk to the people. Like, hey, how was your day? Maybe bring them a little bottle of water if you can afford it. Just isn't that creating connection between each other again? I think so, right? Isn't am I wrong?
From a math problem. Yep, you heard me right. I said 20 watermelons.
Listen, you don't gotta worry about why one guy is buying 20 watermelons for
Mhm.
himself. And if my
Mhm.
friend Mark eats 3, Becky plants 5, and Johnny sells 10, how many watermelons will Edvasian have by tomorrow?
I don't
What?
know.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what transcends all social classes? Tapping the like button before you head out to
Yeah.
buy 20 pounds worth of grapes for $2. Or maybe you're paying $20 for 2 luxury grapes. I don't know your life. Have a good day, try not
Yeah.
to be dumb, and see you in the next one.
Bye bye. So, yes, I will repeat myself. Do not feel bad to buy affordable food. Eat nicely, drink enough water, make sure to move your body a little bit by each day. Don't be like me, because I sit all day here and record stuff. But do not feel bad at all. If this is what you can afford and it's fresh produce, it's not highly processed, and then you cook a nice meal for you, your family, maybe your cat, who knows. Be proud of it because you can afford fresh produce. Okay? Please. We should normalize being normal and buying at the fruit stand. Normal. There's nothing bad about it. Please just do what is normal to you. And don't feel bad if you don't have something that others have, or if you cannot shop at Air One because it's ridiculous. All right. Like I said, make sure to eat well, drink enough of water. I see you maybe tomorrow or in stream, and I wish you a lovely time until then. Bye bye.